We are now on a subway in this sort of situation. A regular of the subway, a younger man, he likes to dress up as Michael Jackson, do some dances and impersonations, which is to the bemusement of people, or of some, and maybe to the annoyance of others while they're on a busy commute on the subway. But nevertheless, this gentleman liked entertaining others on the subway. But one day, apparently he was having a hard week, a hard day, I'm not sure. He didn't happen to have a home at the time, and he was a little bit distraught. He started to act a little bit obnoxious, kind of yelling at some people, saying that he was either wanting to die or go to jail. And he seemed to be a little bit on the violent side. So a sort of vigilante hero or murderer decided to step up and try to calm this man down using physical violence, I guess would be a way to put it. Unfortunately, this sort of way of restraining this gentleman ended up harming him to the point of killing him. This sort of move where you do a chokehold on someone and bring them to the ground has been outlawed for a lot of police because of how dangerous it is. And as we can see in this example, it is quite dangerous. Some people say that this person is a hero because this homeless individual, Michael Jackson of the subway, was acting in a way that could have harmed others. And others are saying, no, this person has had a sort of record of mental health and he just needed help. If people didn't do anything that day, nothing would have happened. And in any case, the police should have been involved, not some random stranger on the subway. So we have both sides to that. So that's why the title is called Hero or Murderer. Now, we did talk about the Seoul city subway being quite safe and everything. We were pretty happy with that. But the tube, what do you think of that? Do you feel like that's kind of safe?
Honestly, I guess I haven't been in England, I haven't been keeping up with the news, but I can't say I've ever heard about a murder on the subway. There was, many years ago, there was a terrorist attack on the subway. So some people did die in that.
Weren't there, I think there's two over a course.
Yeah, two quite close together and one on a bus. But again, that was definitely terrorism, and they had very specific reasons for doing that, and it was sort of surprise attack to kill random people to get attention.
Get terror.
So it's definitely not a daily occurrence.
Are there any like sort of risks involved with the subway?
I think there have been perhaps a few concerns about people falling onto the tracks when drunk, because we don't have the safety barriers like they do in Seoul, because our system is much older. And so I guess some people would say that's a safety risk. And I think there have been some people who've accidentally got injured or even killed. But again, even that's not that regular. I would say most people are generally quite safe on the subway.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, New York is also doesn't have any sort of railing or anything.
Yeah, they must have risks of people falling.
Yeah, I guess so. Makes for some good movie scenes, though. Now, this person in the article, he is also considered a busker because he did some sort of music and performance in public, in a public space. Where in Seoul can you see sort of busking? And maybe is there buskers on the subway?
I've never seen one on the subway.
Yeah.
But I have seen them around Seoul, particularly Hongdae. I think that there's one particular street where I'm sure you've seen the dancers, the singers, the bands, etc. There's a bit in Shincheon as well, near the Hyundai department store. You know, near that weird like mirror that looks like that. Often I see people there. You know what I mean, don't you? You know what I mean.
Han River too.
Han River?
Yeah, on the Han River, you at certain points you will see band, like live band performances even. Quite nice. It was during COVID too, which was like a kind of a nice respite during the difficult times. So make sure head and dive down there, look at that, and memorize it if you can. And we'll see you around the buskers at the Han River. See you.
Engage. engage,
busk,
busk,
rant,
rant,
decorated,
decorated,
obnoxious,
obnoxious,